Hey guys, I got here 2 laptops, 2 tablets, and 2 phones, and a phablet over here. So, what I want to show you here in this video is the ease, comfort of reading on different gadget sizes. So, I've got this 15-inch Dell Inspiron laptop over here, then the 13-inch MacBook Air M1, the iPad Air 4, the Samsung Tab S7 Plus, the OnePlus 7 Pro, a big size phone, an iPhone mini, and the Z Fold 3. So let's first get done with the laptops. Since the laptops are in a horizontal screen layout, the font size will be smaller than the iPad and less comfortable to read. The only advantage of reading on a laptop is if you don't have a tablet, or if you want to make notes on your tablet with the Apple Pencil or the S Pen while reading from the laptop, you can use the laptops to look at the books. Or if you want to focus on a table, for example like this, you want to look at this table, so you zoom in. So because of the extra width of the laptop screen, you may find it easier to check out diagrams or graphs or tables. So if you want to copy this diagram, let's say, it's much better to zoom in on the laptop and look at it than on the iPad or the other tablets. So let's get done with the laptops. Now I want to show you the iPad Air 4, which is the perfect size device for reading books. It's not that heavy, and the size of the screen is just like any textbook. It's actually smaller than a real textbook. This is perfect. You don't need to zoom in also to read it, and it's so comfortable. Even if you want to zoom in, of course you can zoom in, but without zooming in, you can read the whole book. But you can't really use this when you're on the go, like you want to quickly check out one topic, so you have to take out your iPad from your bag and read it and then put it back in your bag again. You can't really put this in your pocket and move around. So that's the only drawback of reading on an iPad. If you're at home, on the table, in your bed, on the couch, or at office, or in your school, then this is the perfect device to read. Samsung Tab, because of its aspect ratio, you can see that the whole there are some extra space on the top and bottom, so the actual size of the book on the screen is just like that of an iPad Air. But the advantage of this is when you put it in the landscape mode, though the page size will decrease a little bit, you can get the full open book feel, and you can zoom in a little bit and read, and then zoom out and go back to the double page look of it. Some people may find this better for reading. Now, this is much heavier than the iPad Air, and so I used to carry this around in my bag every day, and because of other things in my bag, like a liter of water bottle, some other stuff like my charger, my car keys, some pens, other documents, my whole bag turned out to be a little bit heavy. And since I'm a doctor and I'm seeing patients in the ward, then I'm operating in the operating room, and I'm moving here and there, then I go out for coffee, I'm waiting for someone in the car and stuff like that, I realized that I never really got time to take this out of my bag, read something, and put it back inside. It was not comfortable at all like that. So I would use it only when I'm at home, place it on a table like this, and when I have like ample of time to study at home. Now, if you have a small phone like the iPhone 12 mini or the 13 mini, which is of the same size, or let's say the iPhone 7, 8, or the iPhone SE, which have small screen sizes, don't really think about reading books on these, because look at that size of the fonts. And even if I zoom in, you can't really read on this for a long time. You can obviously check out a point or two and take note, but you don't want to read the whole chapter on this. It's going to be really frustrating, and I never really liked it. I never really liked it. Now, if you say that, oh, you got a bigger phone like OnePlus 7 Pro, the S21 Ultra, S22, like the 6.7 inches plus phones, then it'll be something like this, where this book page is still really small, but then if you zoom in, it's a bit better than the iPhone 12 mini. I'll put it side by side for comparison. Yeah, look at that. It's much bigger. If I have to read something, if I have like an exam tomorrow, if I have a presentation, I will read from this. But I don't want to read out of pleasure. Like sometimes I'm at home, I have nothing to do. I just want to read a book and read a chapter, finish a particular chapter and study for fun. I don't want to do on this one. It just kills the pleasure of studying if you study on phones like this. So when I have this phone, I'd rather study from YouTube by watching videos and all than reading books. But for students who are in a particular course, they have a particular syllabus, they have to read a particular book. You don't want to do that on phones. Now, with the Z Fold 3 folded, again, it's actually even smaller than the iPhone 12 mini, but you're not going to use the front screen for reading books. You're going to use this. Now, this is my favorite device for reading these days. It's a bit more enjoyable to read on the tablets, but they're heavy. You have to place them on a table or be in your bed or something like that to be comfortably reading from them. But this thing, you can just fold it and put it in your pocket. That's the beauty of this. If you want to see the size of the screen, look at that. It's much bigger. It looks and feels like a mini book. Well, yes, it's a bit smaller than the iPad mini, but then you can't fold the iPad mini and put it in your pocket. You still have to use a bag or hold it around in your hand and move here and there. So when I zoom in on this, on a particular paragraph, and when I do the same on this one, look at the difference. It's much more comfortable and fun to use, to read on this one. In the past few days, I've already just finished reading a few chapters on this one since I bought this. I actually bought this phone to read on the go because I stay very busy and sometimes I don't have time to even take out my tab from the bag because someone might just call me, some patient might have some problem, and I have to put my tab back in the bag and be on the go. So for that, this is much better. Like, let's say I have a few minutes of time and I want to read something and I'm reading, and someone calls me, okay, let's go, put it in the pocket, let's go. I have 2 minutes of time, let's read. So this is how I've been enjoying studying on this small tablet, big phone. A bit heavy to carry, so you have to be ready to carry this weight. Not that heavy like it's troubling, but you don't want to run around with this in your pocket. Yeah, thanks for watching this video. Leave your comments on what device do you find best for reading books. Do you like reading on phones, tablets, or laptops? Or you don't like reading on any gadget at all? And please click on the like button, subscribe to my channel, and yeah.